Tonight, a smear campaign with roots in Washington and Atlanta. Rudy Giuliani, former President Donald Trump's one-time attorney, former mayor of New York City, admitted he lied in statements about 2 Georgia election workers. And this is the story. Mr. Giuliani came clean late last night. The potential legal ramifications of his actions remain unknown at this hour. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon is live outside State Farm Arena now, where the ballot counting happened back in 2020. So, Doug, how does Giuliani's new admission of lying connect to the Fulton County investigation, which is looking into claims that Donald Trump and his allies, like Giuliani, meddled in Georgia's presidential election?
Sure, Rick. Well, it could very well prove that Giuliani and other Trump allies knew that the election was over for the former president and then continued to push falsehoods anyways. Falsehoods like the one that got death threats for 2 election workers here at State Farm Arena in the counting of ballots after the 2020 election. This is the video at the center of a new admission Wednesday by former Trump attorney Rudy Guiliani. It shows mother and daughter Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, both Fulton County election workers, counting legal ballots at State Farm Arena in 2020. Giuliani claimed for months after that they were fake ballots. Moss and Freeman received death threats over the false allegations.
If he had found out it was untrue and said so, he wouldn't be in this boat.
But instead, says First Amendment attorney Alan Begner, Giuliani kept at the claims, eventually being sued by Freeman and Moss for defamation, libel, and emotional distress. While Giuliani conceded Wednesday that he knew the claims were false,
he's still holding on to the notion that he didn't commit libel because it was a matter of legitimate public concern.
Giuliani's admission could have significance for an ongoing probe in Fulton County, looking into claims that Giuliani, Trump, and others perpetuated a lie to overturn President Joe Biden's win in Georgia.
Rudy Giuliani was Donald Trump's attorney. You would figure that anything that Giuliani knew with regard to this election, he would have passed on to his employer, the man he's representing.
And if Trump knew the election fraud claims were false, says UGA political professor Charles Bullock, it could prove Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis's argument that he knew he'd lost and lied about it anyways. The news could also impact a federal investigation into lies about the 2020 election. Earlier this month, Special Prosecutor Jack Smith subpoenaed the surveillance video of Freeman and Moss for his investigation out of Washington.
The question becomes, well, back to language from way back to Watergate, what did he know and when did he know it?
And Giuliani is also accused of destroying evidence in this case. The experts that we talked to said that his admission today could actually be an easier legal course than trying to fight that accusation. We're live outside State Farm Arena. Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.